We recycle over 75% of incoming material to Kimbriki, which is over 220,000 tonnes a year. Rethink is a word and an idea that Kimbriki's had as a major platform for the management team. It's a critically important part of our engagement with our community here, particularly in our education programs.
We need to rethink the way we live our lives, and so that's our number one R. But then there are three more R's which are in our state legislation: reduce, reuse, recycle. Always in that order. Why is recycling number three? Why is reduce number one? Because our primary thing we need to do in our society is to slow down and reduce our use of everything in our society. Then we need to reuse everything we possibly can, and Kimbriki's a prime example of how much we can reuse. Then we recycle as a third option, not as a primary option. It's important to recycle, and rethink is the overarching philosophy. Rethink our whole lives.
Kimbriki was established in 1975 as a landfill. In 1991 we started processing materials that were coming in with the help of the community, state government and our 4 member councils, which is Manly, Pittwater, Mossman and Warringah. We now recycle over 75%.
We're located just off Mona Vale Road, so as you come down Kimbriki Hill you'll come through the gate and you'll keep coming down to a divided road which says trucks or cars. So then you'll go to the appropriate one. If you go to the cars, you'll be greeted by a friendly Kimbriki employee. He'll ask you what you've got and what you're dropping. Then he will explain to you how much it is, or if it's free, if it's recycling. Then you will proceed to following his instructions to landfill the designated area. If you come down on the truck side or the weighbridge side, you will stop at the stop sign and the man will speak to you through a speaker. He'll explain what's happening, and again, just follow his instructions to where you have to go.
We have a range of intensive processes here at Kimbriki with our alliance partners, which are Australian Native Landscapes, Concrete Recyclers and URM.
United Resource Management do an amazing job here. They get all the recyclables, all the plastics, cardboard, paper, glass, and it all comes here and gets bulked up and taken to the recycling facilities. People can also bring in their recycling here to a dedicated facility.
We currently have over 300 truck movements per week transporting our recycling products to our processing stations north of Sydney and west.
Australian Native Landscapes are one of our biggest and most important operations here. They take the garden waste from all over northern Sydney pretty much, the stuff that's picked up by councils in the green lid bin, and also what people bring in personally from their own homes. They process into garden products which you can buy here at Kimbriki, or a lot of it goes to nurseries.
Well, here at Kimbriki, Australian Native Landscapes are employing the most advanced and latest methods that we can find in the industry to do as much as we can with every piece of waste that comes in. The end product is as good as the product that comes in and that you put through the system. Our biggest challenge is always the things that come in with the wheelie bins, the extra stuff that people neglect to take out. So we do our bit at this end, and there's always a push from the councils to ask the public to do their bit and keep the quality of the green vegetation in their bins to just vegetation. We have a product, Kimbriki mulch, that we sell up here, and it's actually made from the product that the people bring in. So it's a very popular thing. People love the idea that they can take home something that recycles what they brought.
Another very important and huge operation here is the processing of all concrete, brick, tiles, and a company called Concrete Recyclers do that, and they process it all back into products that are used again. We have their beautiful product, their roof tile product here in our pathways in the Eco Garden.
We recycle all the brick, concrete, roof tiles, terracotta tiles that come in. They come in, get tipped at the tip face, pushed up by the loader, and then the excavator puts it into the crushing plant over there, and then we crush it, take out the steel. We're producing about 1,100, 1,200 tonne per day. We make 20 mil ag, we make a 10 mil aggregate, we make a sand, road base, and we also make terracotta tiles like a 10 mil, a 20 mil.
E-waste or electronic waste we take here at Kimbriki, huge amounts. Televisions, computers, all that sort of stuff. And basically that material gets taken away to Western Sydney and they recover the precious metals, and most of the plastics get recycled as well. Metal recycling is a really important thing we do here. Every type of metal can be brought here to Kimbriki for recycling. People bring it here to a dedicated site, and our guys are pulling as much out as they can every day from the landfill. There are so many mattresses coming into Kimbriki, something like 10 to 20,000 mattresses a year, but we don't just bury them because we can't compact them properly.
Up to about a year and a half ago, mattresses weren't recycled. We tried to strip them by hand and with machines it wasn't working. Now we're actually shredding the mattresses. So we shred them up, all the flock, which is the foam, that's still unfortunately landfill, but all that metal, which is tons and tons of it, is now being recycled.
Regarding auto waste, we take large amounts of that here as well. We take car batteries for recycling, car tyres for recycling. We take car bodies, obviously the metal can be recycled. We also take oil. Car oil can be recycled here at Kimbriki.
Here in landfill at the final stage, after you've unloaded your rubbish, it's being pushed up. We have the compactor, which you can see, which is crushing your rubbish up, which is breaking it up into small pieces so we get really good compaction. We've got the loaders, which are pushing your rubbish up to the compactor. And also we have excavators, which are sorting and pulling larger products, which we physically can't pull out, for recycle as well.
Creativity is a really important part of our work here. Wander around Kimbriki, or as you drive through, you'll see beautiful artwork, the landscaping, boats and giraffes and flowers on the cliffs, all made out of amazing second-hand things. Beautiful. So we've established a education centre here, which we call the Eco House and Garden, and we're basically here to educate people about living in a more sane and sustainable way. We have thousands of school children through our Eco House and Garden here, and we show them what they can do in their own lives. Things like separating out their food waste, running worm farms or compost bins. And they handle worms, which they love. We teach them what ecology is and show them veggies and herbs growing everywhere. We say how important it is to recycle, and we talk about soils, we talk about composting toilets, just how to live more sensibly, how to recycle properly. All those things that seem small, but they're probably the most important things we can do in our lives. And we're just basically teaching them what it might mean to live in a sustainable way. And then after that, they go on a tour around the site, and they see all the big scale things that we do here at Kimbriki. We get great feedback. Schools think it's one of the best excursions they've ever been on. We have an enormous job to do here for the local community, and I think as an example to the world. And we hope to be here basically forever doing this work. Our future is incredibly important and exciting.
I love to see customers going through the loads, dropping stuff off of the metal pile, going back to the buyback, putting stuff in their recycling. I'm happy for the people to do that. The longer they spend here recycling and sorting the loads, I'm a happy man.
What I'm really passionate about is being able to provide the community with a one-stop shop for their recycling, for their reuse, and also show that you can actually have a bit of fun with our artwork here at Kimbriki as well.